Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. May God has peace and harmony on each and every one of you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's indeed my honor and gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all on 38th Annual QUAID Academic and Community Service Award 2016. I may take just a few minutes to talk about what QUAID Academic and Community Service stands for. As you can imagine that 38 years is not a short time. We have, mashallah, 2 generations grown up over the period of 38 years. 20 years creates a generation. In a new adopted country, नए मुल्क में जब आप आते हैं तो आपके बच्चे आपकी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन होते हैं। मरहूम हसन बुखारी साहब जो हमारे बहुत प्यारे दोस्त भी थे, भाइयों की तरह से थे। He was a vibrant worker, community service oriented, who was eager to bring and build legacy of some kind. We always used to discuss. He was a very successful businessman, part of aviation industry, and ran very successfully over 2 decades 2B travel and tours on Bloor Street in Toronto. God has created destiny for everyone. You know, we all have to go back someday. That's how God has created us. Is very much respected, not only in Ontario, across Canada, but also by the government of Pakistan as well, recognizes. Please join me in welcoming one and only Taha Bukhari.
Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to the 30th Annual GAYA-KACHEE Awards ceremony. My name is Sayyid Hassan Bakari, and I will be your MC for this afternoon. We are here today to acknowledge the young Pakistani Canadian students for their exceptional academic efforts and commemorate them for their community involvement. This is the vision that comes from the founder of the organization, the late Sayyid Mahmood Hassan Bakari, who strived in the passion of education and bringing the Pakistani community together as a strong and academic and community service strong unit. This organization is proud to have acknowledged over thousands of recipients for their respective paths. Some of those successful recipients are here today to show their support and help this organization annually. You'll be hearing from one of them, of the best recipients of this award later in this program, Dr. Amit Mundine. But in order to commence this program, we will hear the Tilawat al-Quran recited by the Director of the Holy and Noble Quran Society and the Executive Director of the Medina Institute, Sheikh Ibrahim Hussein.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the organizing committee and all the volunteers of this organization for their dedication and devotion in continuing this wonderful initiative of appreciating advancement in the educational field. And I'm very sadly that I have to leave after this my recitation to another few gatherings. But in the meantime, I'd like to congratulate all the recipients of the awards today. Those who will be receiving the awards, I want to congratulate you beforehand. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإذ يرفع إبراهيم القواعد من من البيت وإسماعيل ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم ربنا واجعلنا مسلمين لك ومن ذريتنا أمة مسلمة لك وأرنا مناسكنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وإذ يرفع إبراهيم القواعد من البيت وإسماعيل ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم ربنا واجعلنا مسلمين لك ومن ذريتنا أمة مسلمة لك وأرنا مناسكنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم ربنا وابعث فيهم رسولا منهم يتلو عليهم آياتك ويعلمهم الكتاب والحكمة ويزكيهم إنك أنت العزيز الحكيم صدق الله العظيم. The translation of the verses which were recited. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. And remember the time when Abraham and his son Ishmael elevated the pillars of the house of God Almighty. And they made a supplication during this raising of the pillars and during this construction. The supplication they made was, O our Lord, accept from us. Indeed, you are the one who listens, and you are the one who knows. And they said, continuing in their supplication, O our Lord, make us the best Muslims, and make us the ones who submit for you. And also in our offspring, make those who submit to you, who believe in you, who submit to you. And also make in our offspring a nation who will be in submission to you as the Creator. And show us the right path, show us the rituals, and show us the commandments, and forgive us and accept our repentance. Indeed, you are the one who accepts the repentance, and you are the ever compassionate. O our Lord, they said, continuing in their supplication, send amongst us, send amongst the people from you a messenger from amongst them, who will recite the verses upon them, and who will teach them, who will give them the knowledge of the book, and who will teach them wisdom, and who will purify them. Indeed, you are the and the ever wisdomatic. Surely Allah Ta'ala, God Almighty, has spoken the truth. Jazakumullah khairan for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to ask that you please all rise and direct your attention to the white screen for the national anthems of Canada and Pakistan. Please welcome Sophia Alvi, who will perform our national anthems, which will be followed by a poem written by Allama Iqbal.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise from true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Paak sar zameen shad baad, Kishwar Haseen shad baad. Tu nishane azme alishan, arze Pakistan, markaze yaqeen shad baad. सरज़मीन का निज़ाम, क़ुव्वते अवाम, कौमुल सल्तनत पाइंदा ज़िंदाबाद, शाद बाद मंज़िले मुराद. परचमे सितारा ओ हिलाल, रहबरे तरक्की ओ कमाल. तर्जुमाने माज़ी शाने हाल, जाने इस्तक़बाल, साया-ए खुदाए ज़ुल-जलाल.
You all sounded very beautiful. Now I'd like to bring upon the director of the Quaid-e-Azam Awards. She would like to speak a few words, Dr. Nighat Hassan Bakari. Please welcome to the stage.
I hope we will meet your expectations We need your help to improve and expand our program. We are open to suggestion. There is a paper, you can write it down, the suggestion how we can improve this program. We need your support. We need your help in the form of sponsors and volunteers. Without your help and support, these awards would not be possible. Lastly, I would like to thank the students who participate in these events, especially those who are moving on to their next milestone of post-secondary educations. In the end, I would like to acknowledge our supporters who have always offered their service. I'd like to thank Vice Consulate, she is here. Always Consulate Pakistan always support us last 25 years or maybe more than. Second one is Mr. Sajjad Haider from the Sean Graphic. He always support us for making the certificate and paperwork. He always support last maybe 38 years since we start the program. Thank you, Mr. Sajjad Haider from the Sean Graphic. There is a person, name is Mr. Sabir Gaya from the Gaya videos, another responsible member of our program in creating the videos and all sorts of other aspects to the events. So I'm really thank you for the Sabir. Please, you always help us in every event when we do. Mr. Hamid Raja from the North Scarborough Ultrasound. He is running this business last 40 years, and he supported us last 15 years. He has been providing community service through the healthcare perspective. Muslim welfare, everybody know their work. They are working very good for the community. And organization is doing a great work, not only for Canada. I would like to thank Mr. Iqbal, but late Major Abbas, he loved this program. He attended my program with me for around 10 times, but he is not with us right now. He passed away. And really, God bless him, and he ran his community service after. Mr. Bashir Khan, who is here, from the Vision Pakistan television program. He always supports us, and I need his support all the time. He has also played a huge role in conducting the QUAID Award ceremony. There's another person, Mr. Arshad Bhatti from Radio Pakistan. He's support for the last 5 years. And there is another media name, her name is Sazo Awaz. She helped us in this program too, last 5 years. These are all peoples, we are working together, and I missed somebody's names or something, please thank you anyways. And I hope so you will like this program. Enjoy this program. Pakistan Zindabad.
लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, ज़िंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, ज़िंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, दूर दुनिया का मेरे दम से अंधेरा हो जाए, दूर दुनिया का मेरे दम से अंधेरा हो जाए, हर जगह मेरे चमकने से उजाला हो जाए, हर जगह मेरे चमकने से उजाला हो जाए, हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की जीनत, हो मेरे दम से यूं ही मेरे वतन की जीनत। जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की जीनत, जिस तरह फूल से होती है चमन की जीनत। ज़िंदगी हो मेरे परवान की सूरत या रब, ज़िंदगी हो मेरे परवान की सूरत या रब। इल्म की शम्मा से हो मुझको मोहब्बत या रब, इल्म की शम्मा से हो मुझको मोहब्बत या रब। हो मेरा काम गरीबों की हिमायत करना, हो मेरा काम गरीबों की हिमायत करना। दर्दमंदों से ज़ईफ़ों से मोहब्बत करना, दर्दमंदों से ज़ईफ़ों से मोहब्बत करना। मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको, मेरे अल्लाह बुराई से बचाना मुझको। नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको, नेक जो राह हो उस राह पे चलाना मुझको। लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी, लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना मेरी। ज़िंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी, ज़िंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी। जज़ाकल्लाह।
Is it just me, or I feel like this program's a little too serious now? It's just, need to lighten it in the best way. Everything's so scripted, and it's, I've always kept it that way, because I have to fill the shoes of the founder of this organization. And I'll tell you right now, I'm the worst at script writing, so I think I'm gonna take it at another level, because my introduction was so fast, and it was horrible. I know it. So let's continue on with the program. It is time now for the Hassan Bakari and Munidean Community Service Award presentation. This award is a time of their personal agenda and give back to the community. At this time, I would like to bring forth the presenter who will be giving out this award. The first presenter is no stranger to giving back to the community and education. She is one of the most intelligent, strong-willed, and confident women that we are honored to have her spend the afternoon with us. Dalit Munidean has been an ardent women's rights advocate and supporter. She is one of the founding members of the Canadian Council of Muslim Women, as well as the founder and president of Rema Community Services. This organization is committed to improving the quality of life of Muslim seniors, their families, women, youth, and the newcomers to Canada and others by energizing community development, services, so that they may participate in Canadian life with respect, dignity, health, and in accordance with their spiritual values. Dalit Munidean, please give her a round of applause. Can I also have Bashir Khan come to the stage? We'll have to make up something. How are you all doing today? That good. I can see the consensus is really good up there. All right, let's start. If I apologize before because if I don't say your name correctly, don't kill me after it. All right. Yamna Akhtar. Qurratul Ain Dar. Mnahil Zalifarkar. Oh, that's it. Ifat Auntie, I feel like you should be up here helping me with the Pakistani names. They're a lot tougher than I thought. Heba Sheikh. Ah, welcome to the 6. I like that. Fatima Shisti. Abdullah Galab. I remember you from last year, the Rubik's Cube genius. Taha Ali. Zara Ahmed. Zara Quidhitway. Ariba Quidway. Abdul Ahla Arif. Malia Qadri. Aisha Khan. Now, out of this incredible group of fine young gentlemen and ladies, there are 2 individuals that stood out to receive the Top Community Service Award. Okay. I would like to present Hannah and Bakari, who will announce the names.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to help out in presenting the Top Boy and Top Girl Community Service Awards this afternoon. So we'll start off with the Top Boy, even though I still think girls come first. But so Hassan Khan, I'm just going to give you a little overview about him. He's starting grade 12 this school year. He was on the honor roll with distinction award from 2013 to 2016. He's the ambassador for the Gene Research for a Week program organized by the Canadian Institute of Health Research. His placement was placed at CAMH, the Center for Addiction and Mental Health. He represented Streetsville, Mississauga riding at the 3rd Legislative Assembly of Ontario Model Parliament 2016. He's a Kumon instructor for mathematics and reading for students from kindergartens up to high school. He's volunteered at the Peel Long-Term Care Sheridan Villa by assisting with organization and social recreation programs. He's won several medals for public speaking contest. We should get you up here. He's an active volunteer at Aaron O Kids, assisting with baseball, soccer, family skating programs. He's also volunteered at the ISNA Annual Canada Convention, as well as at Olive Grove School. He's been part of after-school programs, assisting staff with classroom and marked assignment tests, as well as mad science activities. So can we please get Hassan Khan up on stage, please? Not to mention, he's also the top boy from last year. So guys, apply. So we're going to start off now with the top girl, Rida Sheikh. Again, I'll give you an overview why we've selected her. She's just finished grade 11 in the AP program with an average greater than 95%. She's currently working at St. Mike's in the nephrology kidney transplant unit, providing health teaching to patients regarding their disease and treatment plan. She also as well helps out with confirming appointments and providing emotional support to patients by giving them some extra company. She tutors at Sakna Community Center, assists students with French, math, English, and science. She continues to assist with the breakfast club at her school. She assisted Sue Wong, the MPP of Agincourt area, with Liberal campaign election by raising awareness, arranging voting booths, as well as answered questions for voters regarding the Liberal platform. She assisted her in middle school and in high school with children with ESL, with activities and homework. She taught children from ages 4 to 8 with Islamic studies by making lessons plan and creating interactive activities. She received the Duke of Edinburgh Bronze and Gold Award for a high number of community volunteer and physical activity hours through math and biology clubs, as well as attending wilderness trips. She's currently the vice president of the student council at her school, and she's the founder and president of United Way Club, which extends to the Support the Sick, and in this she raises money and awareness for breast cancer, blood donation, helping Syrian families, and with the whole Support the Sick organization, she provides free tutoring as well as language services for children and immigrants. She's also helped out by making sandwich runs and providing personal hygiene products to homeless people in the streets of Toronto. She's also taken part of the gene research program linked to the University of Guelph and worked in cancer and genetic labs focusing on hypoxic nature of cancer that fosters tumor growth. She's also part of the Green Sparks Eco Club and vice president of the Math Club. Can we have a round of applause for Rida Sheikh, please?
Could you guys believe that long list for that top recipient? It just went on, but it was amazing. I don't know how you had the time to do any of that stuff. I don't even know what I was doing at grade 12. I'll tell you that. I was not doing that. Actually, you know what? The top male recipient, he's actually a back-to-back winner. And for the longest time I've known this award, I don't think we've ever had a back-to-back community service winner. So I think that's an accomplishment on its own. You should give another round of applause to Hassan Khan. Now, as we're setting up for the knowledge contest, a little light side fun part of the program. Hope you guys enjoy it. This game gives an opportunity for students to exercise their minds and show off their academic skills with the knowledge contest. All right. Can I have Hassan Khan come to the stage? Oh, you can guys give him applause. He is a wanted man. Zara Ahmed. Oh, come on, everyone, clap your hands. Manahil Zulfikar. Zulfikar. Malia Qadri. Ahad Khan. Now, let me just explain the rules so that you guys don't go fan crazy over this. I'll say the question fully and then you guys can answer the question. Audience, please refrain from answering the question until the students can answer, and then we'll direct it and throw it through you guys. I'm sure you guys will do fine. Trust me, I made it so that you will do fine this year. All right, so let's go with countries. What is that country?
These are hard.
No. This I made sure I did extensive work that this was the easiest portion. Who's the continent? I'll give you the capital. Unfortunately, I can't give you the continent either. Take a guess. It starts with the letter A. There aren't that many A countries. No. But good try. You took a stab at it.
There you go.
Argentina?
No. Try again. Oh boy. Maybe we should have started with a different category. All right, we'll throw it to the audience. I'm getting nothing from the students right now, and that's not a good sign already. Abdullah Ghalab. Yes, it is. I don't know why I didn't find your name in this pile here. No, I'm kidding. You guys are fine. It's 200. Starts with the letter B. Anything. Boy, you guys are making me look real bad right now. No.
Do we have somebody?
Take a guess, guys. There's no harm in it.
Bangladesh?
No. All right, I'm going to throw it to the audience. I'm feeling cold on the student side. No, it's not Belgium. No, it's not even Bulgaria.
Bahrain?
No. All right, let's just reveal the answer. It's not, I don't think. All right, Barbados. I'm beginning to think that this category will not be in next year's program.
Good idea.
All right, 300. Oh, come on, it's like staring right in front of your faces. It says it right there. It starts with a C this time, and don't say Canada.
Oh, he said.
I just guessed Colombian.
Yes! Oh, thank God.
Write it down.
Yep. You writing it down? All right, 400. Let's move on.
Is that 400?
That's 400. Come on, guys. Think. Show off your academic skills.
Yep.
Is it Japan?
Japan?
No. It's more north. It's closer to Sweden, if that helps. One of the audience mentioned it. We'll not give it to Hassan Khan, but if anyone else wants to give out the answer right now, just say the answer that Hassan Khan just said. He will not get the answer though, because he already got the community service award.
That's not fair.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Hassan Khan got it.
Yeah, it's Finland.
Boy, if you guys get this one, I'll give you 100 right now. Boy, you guys are going to love the next 4 categories. It's absolutely the best.
Anyone?
Does the audience know? I know you guys are Googling it, and don't even try, you're not. First letter is M.
Did you?
Malaysia?
Malaysia?
No. Thank you for the try, though.
Morocco?
No.
Are you?
Is it Mongolia?
No. But good try, Hassan. Good try. Anyone in the audience? This lady over there on the pink. Yes. Mozambique.
Very nice.
I will promise you, this category will now be stricken from the Qadi Azam Awards. All right. Yeah, let's pray first. Okay, world trivia. What is the tallest building in the world?
It's in Dubai. Burj Khalifa?
Yes, the Burj Khalifa. 200. What theory states that the Earth's outer shell has plates gliding over the mantle?
The Platonic theory of plate.
You said plates, I'm gonna give you that. It's plate tectonics. 300. In which sport does the bowler deliver the ball to the batsman?
Let him finish, okay, guys? Let him finish.
Cricket. That's cricket, right?
Oh, yes, it is, Hassan. I hope so, it is. All right, 400. Where did Kung Fu originate from?
China?
Yep. Okay, 500. Which year did Canada become a country?
Guys, you have to let him finish.
1914? No.
What happened in 1914?
1865?
What is it? 18 what?
65.
You're close. I'll give you to it. 1867. The fifth gal, fifth contestant. All right, moving on to science. What is the hardest mineral?
Diamond?
Yes.
Please wait till he's done reading the question.
You know, you guys weren't this excited on the countries. I'm getting offended here. 200. What is the layer below the crust?
The mantle.
Yep, it is. Correct. You are on the board, the scoreboard, sir. Thank you. All right, third, 300. The act of splitting atoms is?
Nuclear fusion.
I'm sorry, what?
Nuclear fusion?
Not really. Splitting. Fusion would be,
Fission,
Ah.
right? Nuclear fission.
yeah, fission. That's what we're looking for. Come on, guys, round of applause. You actually got it right. All right, 400. What sort of signals does the brain use to communicate sensations, thoughts, and actions?
Wait. Nervous system, right? That's it.
I'm sorry, I didn't actually.
Nervous system.
I want a more specific answer than that.
It uses electrical signals.
Yes, yes, electrical. And there's, yeah, electrical and chemical, but I gave you that one. Okay. You guys are doing great. I'm so proud of you. So 500, the last one. What are the 3 types of rock?
Igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic.
Yes, correct. Okay, health. Health for 100. 24-hour human biological rhythm.
The cardiac rhythm.
It starts with a C. You got the second part of it. Do you want to try again? You're on the right track. Boy, maybe we should create more world trivia questions. Hasan.
Totally guessing here, but cystic fibrosis.
No. But thank you.
Good try.
Good, very try. Anyone else? It starts with a P, if that helps. This next guess, do say. All right? If you laugh, I'm not going to give it. It rhymes with rolio.
Polio.
There we go. All right. All right, 300. What does PTSD stand for?
Post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah.
Yep, post-traumatic stress disorder. $400. Splitting of the mind phenomenon.
Isn't it like the borderline personality disorder?
What is that?
Pardon?
Give me, it's not that answer, but.
Anyone else?
What are you guys learning in school? I learned this in school. Say it again. Starts with an S, Hassan Khan.
Schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia is the answer.
Schizophrenia.
500. Virus that appeared in Zaire in 1995. It starts with the E.
Ebola.
Ebola?
Ebola is the right answer. All right, Islam for 100. What are the 5 pillars of Islam?
It is the Shadida, prayers, which is Salah, and then fasting, Hajj, and then giving to the poor every year, Sadaqah. Zakah.
Zakat.
Okay.
You got them.
Let's see these. You got Zakat, Salat, Shahida. What is the other 2 you said?
Prayer and Hajj.
Hajj. Is that right? Yep. All right. We'll give it to you. Who said that? 100. Okay. 200. How many chapters are there in the Holy Quran?
114.
Yes, that is correct. Come on, everyone, clap your hands. 300. In which directions do Muslims pray?
The Qibla.
Oh boy.
So northeast.
Northeast. Towards the
Yes.
Qibla.
Yes, that is correct.
Towards the Kaaba.
That's wrong, Kaaba. All right. 400. What is isnad? Has to do with hadith. Yes, Hasan?
Is it the chain of narration?
Chain of. Yep, that's the correct answer. For 500. Which Islamic month are we in now?
Dhul-Hijjah.
What's the answer, sorry?
Dhul-Hijjah.
Yes, that is correct. All right, thank you all for participating in the knowledge contest. You guys did great. I did exceptional. And we'll announce the winners at the end of it. Please welcome Naeem Akhtar. He will be performing 2 national Pakistani songs. Please give him your attention. And another round of applause for Naeem Akhtar. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you guys enjoyed your break. I was told that I'm not loud enough. If you can't hear me, please raise your hand. All right, well, everyone has a sense of humor. That's good. All right, at this time, we would like to present the knowledge contest winner. As you probably already know, it's Hassan Khan. And now I'd like to present the list of volunteers that made this program what it is today, and they continuously help us make it better. At this time, I would like to invite and bring up Sophie Alvi. Please come to the stage. Come on, round of applause, people. Muhammad Abu Bakr, who designed the program of the knowledge contest and the website. Umair Jahangir Khan. Ali Fassel. Next year, I want this list to be much bigger, because I'll tell you right now, it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of our time, our personal time that goes into the work that we do. And you have to understand, without help, that's what makes it better. And we need your help. You know, we do our best, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope next year I hope I get more volunteers. Hope this year that more, let's say Hassan Khan, give us some, your time. I know you got a lot of it. So. All right. Now I'd like to call upon Dr. Negat Hassan Bakari to come to the stage. And you want to take over?
So part of our supporters and sponsors over the years include Ifat Javed. She has been active, especially in the past. She's also been involved in the community for other organizations such as ICRA. Currently, right now, she is teaching at Birch Banks Public School, grades 1 to grade 5. And just as a token of appreciation, we'd like to give her a gift. So if Javed could please come up on stage.
All right. Now, early in the program, I did mention that there was a recipient of the past that would give an inspirational speech to the audience what this organization meant to them. The individual we chose this year is an accomplished physician at Trillium. He worked alongside with the founder of this organization and lifted the standards of the awards to new levels by continuing supporting this organization. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce Dr. Amit Mundine.
Thank you, Taha, for the kind introduction. Distinguished guests, Vice Council, my respected elders, parents, and dear students. Assalamu alaikum. I'm really happy to be here. I want to thank Negat Auntie and really her family and all of the supporters of the program for asking me to speak today. The Quaid-e-Azam Awards, as you know, was the brainchild of Bakari uncle and had great input from all of the supporters here, be they educators, community supporters, everybody. There was a time when there were fewer Pakistanis in Ontario, and when we had our functions, there were the e-dinners. Bakari Saab looked, he had a future vision, and he said, we need to inspire our youth, we need to get involved, give them the opportunity, give them the limelight, give them a platform. And so he started the awards program. Initially, it was for academic awards. As time went on, there was an entertainment component with Labbe Aate Hai and all the national songs, Muhammad Iqbal. There were speakers who came, and every year it's been different. And most recently with the introduction of the Community Service Awards, which we've all been so impressed with up till now. And so this was a vision, and this is the fruits of that vision. Bakari uncle passed away, unfortunately. We miss him dearly. We are told in our religion, when someone passes away, there are 3 things that can be done for them. One is to perpetuate a charity that they were involved in. Another one is to impart knowledge, good knowledge. And the third one is to have children who pray for them. And so when I look at everyone here and I see the Quaid-e-Azam Awards, it's very reassuring. And I just think that we should make dua for him because he did so much for all of us and the family as well. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Ameen. This is not just a one-person event, but this is a family affair. Really, when you look at it, Negat Auntie has stood by the principles of the organization, and because of this, we have had everyone participating in this, including most recently, even last year, our lovely mayor, Hazel McCallion. So the word does really get out, and I'm just really proud to be here. Now, you may have noticed a few pictures there. I was a recipient of the GAYA-KACHEE Awards, and that was probably 20, 25 years ago. I was a volunteer. Some of us here were volunteers and recipients as well. I'm really happy to have a great photo with Bakari uncle, and I'll tell you this much. Organizing these functions can be hard, and they do require a lot of effort and coordination and getting the whole community involved. Bakari uncle was very patient and calm with me. I was one of the co-organizers, and his love and his interest in the young people is what allowed this to happen. We would come to his office in his business, and he would stop what he was doing to spend time with us to allow this program to flourish and to grow. So I certainly pay my tribute to him, and I think of him often. What I wanted to talk about today was a little bit about myself. I'm a medical oncologist. I work at Trillium Health Partners. I really enjoy working with young people, especially at my work. I have students who come by. And so when Taha asked me if I would be able to maybe say something of inspiration, I said I'll do my best without taking too much time. My typical day is pretty long, you can imagine. Cancer is increasing in the community. It is a disease of aging primarily. All of us can get it. My typical day is quite busy. In the morning, I'll drop off my kids for their sports activities. Then I have to get to the hospital and round on patients. We have a meeting in the morning where we discuss difficult cases, because not every medical scenario fits a paradigm. And in fact, a lot of things don't even fit the guidelines. We have to discuss things and think outside of the box. I do my hospital rounding, and then after that I rush to clinic because there is a very, very long line of patients. I try to get some lunch, and after that, usually lunchtime we're returning phone calls, return to the clinics, and then after that, tidy up some paperwork, get home, see my family, usually take my kids to their sports activities. So it's a busy day, and I really enjoy it, but it takes up a lot of time. The challenging part of my work is that I often have to share bad news with people. It's not always bad, but sometimes it is. And so after a while you get used to it, but you never really do. And so I certainly have tried to become more grateful with the things that I've been given. And it's hard, but that's something that I want you to keep in mind, that there are a lot of people who really have it a lot harder than we do. And so if I was to share one thing, I would just say that, yes, Allah puts challenges in front of us. We should accept those challenges and seek others' help and work together. But we should also remember that perhaps there are other people who have even greater challenges, and we should be grateful for what we have. We're told that we're not given challenges that we cannot try to cope with and deal with, right? So when I was your age, we didn't have the internet. At least it was just sort of coming out. We didn't have cell phones. Some people did. I think they started to have these big boxes with wires attached to them and large antennas. We had Atari video games. I don't know if you've heard of Atari. So I'm not that old, but I'm just saying this because things were really different for us. We had 15 or 20 TV stations. We did not have GPS. There were no Walmarts. There was Kmart. I remember on my street, we left the door unlocked, or the key was in the mailbox or under the mat. So it was a very different scenario. These days, I find a lot of young people were very sheltered, and our parents mean well, They certainly take good care of us. Perhaps they micromanage our affairs. But when I was a kid, I would go out and play in the court, and when it was Maghrib time, my parents would shout, "Ahmed, come home," and we would come home. So times have changed, and I really like that slide, and that's why I put it there. Now, the awards night is named after Quaid-e-Azam. Him, along with Muhammad Iqbal and his vision, were the founders of our great nation, Pakistan. And Quaid-e-Azam had a lot of wisdom, you can imagine. And there are many good books written about him and the time when Pakistan was coming into formation and the idea from the Muslim League. So here's a quotation. I want to read it because it really struck a chord with me. This is his message to students, and he says, "Development is about being sought in every walk of life and having to take on this process of development. Are you preparing to take on tomorrow's responsibilities?" Responsibilities, he says. "Are you building up your capacity?" Right? Your ability to do things, your talents, your skills. "Are you trained enough? And if no, then go and prepare yourselves, because this is the time to prepare yourself for future responsibilities." It's a good message for students, because right now, you're young. And believe me, when you're younger, you have a greater capacity to achieve and to succeed. And so it requires some self-reflection and thinking. You've all made it here. Your trophies are waiting for you. We have amazing community service achievements. Some of these things I never even heard of, and I'm a medical oncologist. So I was very impressed, and hats off to you. But you must look inside and look into whether you are reaching the potential in the direction you want to be with. Because Canada and our country and who we are and our faith demands it of us that we try to achieve excellence. Okay, and we must always push ourselves to the next level. I remember when I was in the Quaid-e-Azam Awards, there were some other boys and girls, and we would compete against each other each year and see, where they ranked. I actually never ranked at the top. In fact, remember once I had a test and I got 99. I was very pleased. And then I found out it was out of 200. So I would say to you, get involved and start early and stay involved. And I say this to you because I'm not involved right now as much as I'd like to be in my head and as much as I had intended to be. I was probably as involved or more involved than all of you in high school and early university. But once I got into medical school, things changed. And that is a bit of a regret, and I am trying to get more involved. So we must always try to reassess our sense of balance and what we are trying to achieve. But I will tell you that whatever your aspirations are, your vocation, whether that's whether you want to be a teacher, a politician, a photographer, a cook, right? A politician. Regardless of what you want to be, you have to keep this in mind that things do change with time. So get involved early, volunteer, support a cause. Tutoring, I've heard a lot of tutoring. That's a great way to learn. I tutor in the sense that I have my students with me. They keep me on top of my game. They ask me questions. I treat breast cancer. I treat prostate cancer. I treat colon cancers. And so things are changing all the time. Now we have something called immunotherapy, where we try to take advantage of the body's immune system to find the cancer cells and selectively and neatly get rid of them without having all of the side effects. These drugs are expensive. They're very effective, but only in some people. And so things are always changing, and students ask me questions. So we must always ask questions and seek knowledge, right? There's never a bad question. Learning something new, making friends, take care of your body, public speaking, make an app, travel. It's the best way to see the world and learn. And so some of these things I did. But remember your identity. Most of us are Pakistani background here. Cherish your identity. We're also Canadians. Cherish your identity, your Canadian heritage. Most of us are Muslim here. So cherish your Muslim identity. If you're not Muslim, you're Christian, cherish your Christian identity. Because Pakistan is actually a diverse country with people of different faiths. And get involved in those kinds of activities and build bridges with the community. And that's what I really like to see. When I saw the students come up here and I heard about the bridge building, when I see everyone getting involved with Meals on Wheels and Muslim Welfare Center and the Gene Project at CIHR, I mean, that's amazing. So please keep it up. I did my training at the University of Toronto. It was very competitive. And I'll tell you this, in my first year biology class, there were about 2,700 people. My professor was Spencer Barrett, an Englishman, wonderful accent. It kept you awake and alert. And he said to us, after welcoming us, look to your left, look to your right. After the first test, one of you won't be here. And sure enough, in the lecture hall where I could never get a seat because I was 10 minutes late, after the first test, I was now able to find a seat. So it's very competitive. And so you must be very selective in the types of activities that you choose. Okay. Now, getting into medical school, I thought I would share it with you because a lot of people are interested in healthcare. It is pretty demanding. They look at your grades, they look at your MCAT scores, extracurriculars, leadership, research, publications, essays, reference letters. This isn't just for medical school. This is for anything these days. You want to be an engineer? You want to be a lawyer? You know, whatever you want to do, you have to be focused and perhaps get advice from people who are a couple of years ahead of you. Make those friendships. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You could, and indeed, being unique and genuine is really sought after. But it's good to get advice from people ahead of time. Now, I applied to medical school many times, and I was rejected. I used to get letters like this. Dear Ahmed, I'm sorry to tell you that after carefully reviewing your application, unfortunately, we are unable to grant you, and so on. I'm writing to share with you what I believe will be disappointing news. So I applied after my undergraduate degree and I was rejected. I applied after my master's degree and I was rejected. Then I decided to do my PhD, and the first time I applied during my PhD, I was also rejected. But towards the end of my PhD, I was accepted finally. Okay? So I thank God for that, and the patience and support of my wife and my mother, absolutely. Otherwise, I would have probably gone crazy and lost focus. But the reason I share that with you is because I perhaps only have one or two good qualities, and I think one of them is perseverance. Not ignorant and blind perseverance. I had a plan B and a plan C. But my plan A, I just kind of stuck at it while I was developing a research career. And if I could do it, I'm sure some of you can. And so stick to your goals. Reassess them. There's nothing wrong with reassessing them, but stick to them. You know, fight the hard fight unless it doesn't sound like it's a fight worth fighting. Okay? As you see in this funny picture, never give up. I love this one. As I said, I did a master's at the University of Toronto and also a PhD, master's at Queen's and a PhD in Toronto. This was very intense research, biomedical research. The reason I put it up there is because there is so much to be learned. You know, medicine is a great field and you help people and you talk to them and you say, I'll take you I will share the journey with you, however it may turn out. But I'll tell you something. The higher level of medicine is research, okay? Doctors can only take care of so many people. Nurses can only take care of so many people. A medical researcher or a researcher in any field is producing knowledge. They have the ability to affect generations. So to me, research is one of the highest forms of scholarship. And it may not necessarily be that glamorous, but please seriously consider that, or at least in whatever field you go into, be the best at what you do and be proud of it. And take that field, however narrow it is, to the next level. You can do that. People are doing it every day. We see it on Facebook. Just kidding. No, but we do see things in social media. So use it to your advantage. And be careful of it as well. It's wonderful to get a quick snapshot, but often there's more to the story. So have different sources of information that you get, right? We were talking in the knowledge competition on isnad and the chain of transmission of the hadith. This is a science. I read a book on this once. It's a real science. The different scholars, they spoke to different family members of the Prophet and his companions to see, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to see whether the hadith was even valid or not, and then was it consistent? So there were levels of consistency that they had to do. Well, that's the same thing with what we read today. So we must use our mind. God gave us our mind. That's our greatest, blessing. So we should keep that in mind. So QUAID-e-Azam said, with faith, discipline, and self-devotion to duty, there is nothing worthwhile that you cannot achieve. And so on June 2nd, sort of out of order, but anyways, on June 2nd, a couple of decades ago, I guess, I was sitting there, and I heard, my wife was pregnant, and I heard the mailbox. You hear the mailbox. We have these old mailboxes. I think now you have super mailboxes. But we had mailboxes in those days. And so you hear the mailbox, and you run down, and the postman is there. And there was an envelope. And it wasn't one of those white envelopes. It was a yellow envelope. And so when you see a yellow envelope after 60 or 70 white envelopes, you're like, hey, that's a rather big rejection letter. So you tear it up. So, of course, for a few minutes, you lose your voice, and you're all teary, and my mother was there, and my wife was there. And, of course, she's expecting. So for perhaps half a minute, she acknowledged that moment, but then she went into labor. So she said, okay, let's forget about this now. Let's go down to the hospital. And it just so happened that day was my PhD graduation. So it was a very special day. This fine young man here with the wonderful hair that I once used to have, Adam, was born. So shukr alhamdulillah for that. I thank God. After medical school, there's a lot of training. So 4 years, and then you do your residency. In my case, that was 3 years of internal medicine. And then you do your subspecialty. I went to Western. And after that, I couldn't find a job. So I was looking around towards the end of my training. Actually, I shouldn't say I couldn't find a job. They offered me a job in Kingston as a staff man, professorship, everything. I looked at it. It looked great. And then I looked at my wife, and we talked about it, and we said, what are we doing here? Our people are here in Toronto, Mississauga. My mother is here. Her mother is here, parents, cousins. We don't want our kids to grow up without having the barakah and blessings of their family. So we said, you know what? Forget the jobs. We'll just come to Toronto and see what happens. And, there was always work to do, and there still is. So, alhamdulillah, we're here. And so always remain true to your values and don't necessarily follow the dollar sign or the prestige. I have a PhD. Believe me, I would like to be fully teaching in the university. And I'm actually working on it right now. Inshallah, maybe in the next year I'll get an appointment. But it was more important for me to be with my family, my entire family and community, and for my children, I felt, to grow up in this environment. So I just want to share that with you because maybe I'm sure a lot of you have gone through these experiences, especially my elders. Finally, finding balance, okay? This is very hard. I used to think I was good at this. Remember I said two things, perseverance and balance. So I used to think I was good at balance. I actually found out I'm not, okay? It's very hard to maintain balance between your family life, your work life, your spiritual life, okay? It's not easy, but it's not impossible, and the balance always changes. But if you make an effort, you can get better. I often wonder if I spent as much time, devoted to my family and children as I do to my occupation and my career, what things would be like. I do like to think that I'm there, but I will tell you that we must all remember this. We spend a lot of time with our work, and this is what we do. There's nothing wrong with that. But if we are very professional about our work, then we should, I'm only speaking to myself, I should try to remember to be professional towards my family in the same regards. It's a two-way thing, but we must keep that in mind. It's not easy and it's very easy to forget. So finding balance. So in summary, get involved, start early, and you are all starting early, you're all here. Clearly your parents and everyone is supporting you. Read and seek knowledge. Please read. And maybe read good books, but please read. It will help you with your vocabulary. It will help you with your mind. Reading on the internet is it's a very different type of learning where you don't use spatial memory. So you don't remember much of what you read. You just remember the shock value. But when you read a book, you develop ideas, you can synthesize ideas, you yourself develop an opinion. So read and read widely. Ask for help. When I got 99 out of 200, I realized there was a problem. And I was very shy. Everyone asked me, how are you doing? Oh, what did you get? And I just kind of said, I did okay, So ask for help, because probably I would not have to have done my PhD. Maybe I would have gotten in earlier. Had I asked for help earlier, my marks would have been better. So please ask for help. There's no shame in asking for help. No one has all of the information. I asked for help. I went to tutors. I still ask for help. I treat patients. If I don't know the answer, I ask people who I know are more experienced than me, because my patients' lives depend on it. So I'm not going to put my nose up and say, nope, this is the way it is, this is what the book says. So please ask for help, and thankfully there are a lot of people to help. Be kind to yourself and to your family. You must be kind to yourself and you must love yourself, please. And to your family as well. Life is messy, but at the end of the day, your family is still with you, so be kind to them. Take care of your body, exercise, play sports. Of course, be persistent, find balance, be mindful, right? Live in the present, and be grateful. Sure, alhamdulillah, we have lots to be grateful for. God has a path and a journey for all of us. We don't know what it is. Perhaps we don't get what we want. We get something else. Allah knows best. I see my patients. A young girl passed away recently. She was maybe 25 years old. And she was grateful. Right? 25-year-old, university student should not be passing away. Did not seem right. So I was with her on her journey, and so we must be grateful as well, right? So keep that in mind. And finally, to end on a little bit more of an upbeat note, this is a wonderful awards program. I actually envision some changes. We need to evolve. We've been doing the same kind of thing. And I think some of the students here may have some ideas on how to evolve it, maybe to make it a bit more inclusive or take it a little bit of a different direction. I think this is a great opportunity. Taha, my younger brother, has been asking to get involvement, but to do it, we need the support of the community. So let's take Taha up on the challenge and let's see how we might adjust things to continue to fulfill the needs of the community and to, in fact, make the awards go to the next level. So once again, thank you so much for having me here. Afterwards, if anyone wants to talk about medical school or stuff like that, I'll talk forever, so we'll save it now for the awards. But once again, congratulations to everyone.
At this time, just before we get to the highlight of the awards, I would like to call upon all our sponsors and supporters and our volunteers to the stage. So Bashir Khan, Habib Raja, Sabar Gayer, and Safir Mufti, please come to the stage. Dr. Amit Mundine, can you please stay on stage? And can I have the Vice Consulate, Khadija Hayat, to please come on stage as well? Go. All right, we will begin with the grade 9s. Hamza Ghani. I probably should have mentioned this earlier. I would ask that you stay till the end of this presentation, be respectful for acknowledging all the students that are participating in this award. Now the top three. At 84.5 in third place, Muhammad Daoud bin Kashif. Okay. In second place, with a percentage of 84.88, Taha Ali. In first place, with a percentage of 86.13, Manahil Zalifakar. Another round of applause for the grade 9. Group shot. Group shot. Another round of applause. Congratulations. Now grade 10. Usman Farouk. Malaya Qadri. Manahil Kadiwala. And now the top three. With a percentage of 91.25, in third place, Abdullah Zaidi. With a percentage of 93.125, Ariba Quidway for second place. That's a tough last name, I will come to your table and ask you how to pronounce your last name, because that is a tough name and I'm not saying it right. For first place, put your hands together for 94.69, Maria Modassar. Another round of applause for grade 10. As you guys can tell, that there weren't that many recipients for the grade 9s and grade 10s, and the grade 11s and grade 12s are going to be moving on. We would like you guys to spread the word for next year so that there are more recipients that come to our awards. For grade 11, starting with Fatima Shisti. Aisha Khan. Zara Quidway. Haris Babar. Hassan Khan. Noor Zainab Mirza. And now the top three for grade 11. With a percentage of 95, Yamna Akhtar. Round of applause, please. In second place, with a percentage of 95.86, Abdul Allah Arif. Put your hands together for first place, 96.71, Rida Sheikh. Put your hands together for grade 11s, 2016. Who's putting this on Snapchat? Or Instagram? Anyone? No Snapchat? Yeah, I see it, yeah. I bet. All right. For grade 12, starting with Muhammad Khan. No, it's Muhammad Khan. Muhammad Ahad Khan. Could be related. Warisha Nadeem. Hiba Sheikh. And now the top three for grade 12. I would like to each and everyone put your hands together for third place. For 95, Abdullah Gulab. In second place with a percentage of 97.67, Kurutul Ain Dar. Now in first place, I have not seen this percentage ever before in the Qadi-e-Azam Awards. With a percentage of 98.5, Zara Ahmed. Please put your hands together for grade 12, 2016. Please put your hands together for grade 12, 2016. Can I have everyone's attention for the last few minutes? Can I have Zara Ahmed to say a few words?
It was a gloomy day, cloudy, dark. I was getting back the mark from my grade 11 bio test, the test I had dedicated hours upon hours studying for. When the teacher called my name, my heart began pounding in my chest like 1,000 bloodied bones clashing together. And when I held the sheets of test paper dripping with dried blood, sweat, and tears, it was as if the number covered in red on the right-hand corner slapped me in the face, hard. It felt like hundreds of needles were poking my cheek. Later that day, I stumbled into my physics teacher's office to glance at my physics quiz mark. I was off 0.5 from perfect. My eyes started burning and salty droplets rained down my cheeks uncontrollably. The thundercloud inside of me refused to quit and continued seeping the acerbic raindrops through my eyeballs for hours after that. For months after that. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, respected Dr. Nikat Bakari, and fellow accomplished peers. My name is Zara, and I am very honored and humbled to have the privilege to speak to this talented audience. I am grateful for the Pakistan Academy of Quaid-e-Azam Awards for hosting this ceremony to acknowledge the Pakistani community in Ontario. I am thankful for the blessings of Allah and the support of my parents, school staff, and friends, without which I wouldn't be here standing. The anecdote that I shared earlier is a personal one. 2 years ago, I was obsessed with perfection. Anything below 100% was unacceptable. That included my efforts in my extracurriculars. But I have grown since that time. And I'm here to share some studying tips and some decisions I have made recently. My number one studying tip is to follow your passion. The main reason why people do well in school is because they generally love learning. Outside of school, in their free time, they are still learning. Learning is their hobby. I believe that the only item that a person ever needs to do well in school is a keen interest in learning. Dear audience, love learning, and I promise the rest will come. The second tip is to persevere. That is, never give up. Who here has heard of Thomas Edison? Before succeeding at creating the light bulb, he had made 1,000 unsuccessful attempts. He reminds us that many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success before they gave up. Michael Jordan, Steve Jobs, Charles Darwin, J.K. Rowling, Albert Einstein, all these names are of celebrities who have failed countless times before they succeeded. Don't be discouraged if you don't get into a particular school or don't get the top marks in the class. Don't be discouraged if you didn't get the #1 trophy. It's just a trophy, it's okay. Remember that you are only a failure when you give up. If you come again next year, you are anything but a failure. My final tip is to stop stressing about marks. It's really only a number. 2 years ago, I was obsessed with hundreds. I needed 100 or else I had a nervous breakdown. I'd cried for hours off the 0.5 I lost on my physics quiz. But it was all meaningless. The number was meaningless. I was crying over a number, which didn't matter at all. It was the learning that mattered. So now what I do is I just try my best, and I focus on the studying itself and learning. And slowly I have regained my love and passion for learning, and the marks have just come. In grade 12, I didn't really care if I got a 99.5, a 99, a 85, it didn't matter to me. I just continued to try my best, and here I stand before you. So what I've learned is that stressing about the past, like the past marks, is just a waste of time. After all, mistakes are blessed as long as you learn from them. If you don't learn from your mistakes, then they are simply that, just mistakes. So make your mistakes more, learn from them, and continue on. So my first studying tip was to be passionate, and this is also the feeling that has fueled my activities in my extracurriculars. I am passionate about helping others, so I volunteer at the hospital. I believe in human rights, so I joined the Women's Empowerment Committee, the Social Justice Committee, and the Equity Committee on the Student Council at my school. It is this passion that will guide the community work I will do in the future. My current plan is to start volunteering at the women's shelter because I am passionate about ending violence against women. Dear audience, when you do something that you're passionate about, you do it to the best of your abilities, and it does not seem like work. My passions of helping people have also directed my future career goals. Inshallah, I want to be a neurosurgeon so that I may help find a cure to disabling disorders and operate on patients in third world countries for free if they couldn't afford care otherwise. I've decided to go to the University of Toronto for life sciences at the St. George campus because I believe that it will mold me into an extremely hardworking and dedicated person, which are qualities I require to achieve my goal of becoming a neurosurgeon. I don't want to be a neurosurgeon because my parents told me to. I don't want to be a neurosurgeon because in Pakistan, if you don't go to medical school, people don't want to marry you. I didn't want to be a neurosurgeon because for the fame or the prestige. I wanted to be a neurosurgeon because I genuinely want to help people. Because I believe that the brain is so fundamental to our identity, and I want to help people. Dear audience, don't let anything get away of your passion. 2 years ago, I let numbers cloud my passion for learning and for helping others. Now I know that if I simply do what I love, do it to the best of my abilities by pumping in hard work, eventually I will succeed. It may not be today, or tomorrow, or even next year, but I will get there one day, inshallah. Thank you for your time.
Another round of applause for Zara Ahmed. Speech such like that. It's very motivational. It started off like Game of Thrones, but you know what? It got better, and it's not a joke because it's amazing. My sister made me laugh. Sorry. But absolutely amazing speech. I got goosebumps listening to it. I could not imagine. I don't get emotional. I don't get sentimental on these things, but you inspired me by your words, and it's amazing that you can do that at such a young age. And I wish you the best of success in your University of Toronto. This concludes the 30th Annual Qaadi-e-Azam Awards. Be sure to check our website, repackawards.com, for pictures, information on next year's awards. Donate to this program to help to make it bigger and better. I hope you challenge me and make it with your comments and try to innovate this program. I'm open to suggestions. Give me your best ideas, and I will be open to them. Give me your best shot. I also would like to thank an individual that is not here today. It's Amit Hussein for photography. He has been with our program since long before I was born, and has been with my father, the founder, since the beginning of this program. So I wish him the best of luck, and I hope...
And who's covering him?
And who's covering him? Sufti Makhtar. Thank you so much, and have a great day. See you all next year.